Hip hop is just everywhere in New York. It's not separate from it. But MCs who just don't have the skill of rap, but the style of it is corny. I realized, yo, everything that Rumi is doing, Pac was doing. Everything Pun's doing, Shakespeare was doing. The plot is not every single thing that happens in the story. The plot is the important things that lead to other important things. If you listen to Nas, when he tells the story in reverse, it's plot. Like, you think Nas doesn't know changing perspective, that song where he's talking from the perspective of a gun.
You have a variety of things that you deal with. And I know you're still in the background of that situation or whatever.
Yeah.
But, that is something you still kind of actively
Yeah.
are a part of. But I would say that here's the thing about El Paso people don't understand is this city and the surrounding area is about 1 million people here.
Oh, yeah.
Because of one of the biggest military bases and also just surrounding neighboring areas of Coral, Juarez, you know what I'm saying? So that being said, you know, just being in a space where you can provide expressive opportunities like poetry, like, you know, Rap Seminar and breaking down their music and then coming on shows like Off Top or whatever. How do you feel the best thing that we can do to bring artists in and to put them on a platform or put them on a pedestal enough to showcase like the talent that's here in the city? Because there's a lot of people here, and I think people don't understand or know anything about El Paso enough to know.
Yeah, there's so many talented artists here, of all types. Visual artists, musicians, and unfortunately, the city is really overlooked in a lot of ways,
Absolutely.
right? Like, people go to Austin, but I would argue that the artists out of here are as good as you could find in any other city, you know, and depending on the genre too. Like, there's reggae groups from out here. There's punk bands and like indie artists from out here that are, Mars Volta is from here, you know?
Wow.
And what I learned from like the open mic was like, I was so astonished because I'm not originally from here. I was so astonished at the quality of the music that is out of El Paso. The stuff even in especially the stuff in Spanish, you know, because it's like 80-90% Latino over here, you know? But one of the things I think is really missing is, in my opinion, is getting them national coverage, national notoriety, and getting people out of just the city itself.
Absolutely.
But there are a few people that have gotten national eyes and views and national conocimiento, like as we would say in Spanish. People like Khaled, he's huge around the world. He's from here, you know. I would argue Crystal Poppin is getting notoriety from outside of the city, you know. Definitely Mars Volta, they got a lot of, you know, forget about it, you know what I mean? But there's still so many more artists here that haven't been discovered.
Yeah, shout out to Vandergram. That's an honorable mention there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, I feel like there needs to be more exposure coming out of the city.
Definitely. And we need more platforms like this one that are high quality, that got the cinematography on point. One of the things that I think we don't do very well here is market ourselves. And a lot of the artists, unfortunately, for one reason or another, and forgive me if you're one of these artists, but the footage is not high quality. You know, the cinematography is not there. Like, you got dope raps, but you don't got a camera.
Right.
Or someone to film you.
And that's can I caveat off that?
Yeah.
And that's look, this is not a personal thing. This is not like my opinion, right?
Right.
This is all based in fact. Everybody is on social media now, so they see the example of what right looks like. There's people that's dominate on social media.
Yeah.
And I think gone are the days of just putting out content after content. You know, it's circling back to quality over quantity.
Right.
And I think that you have to focus on those artists that, you know, if you put yourself in a lineup of 10 different forms of content and you want to put them together like a thumbnail, you see 1 through 10. If you are not in that, in reference to just one still image of your quality being in that 7, 8, or 9 slot, then you're gonna put yourself behind other talent that is on your level or better or even worse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so you have to focus on quality.
Yeah. That quality is so important.
People are starting to see what right looks like in reference to quality, and they're being trained on a daily basis, day in and day out, a million swipes at a time, what right looks like. And so you have to adapt to that.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. That just means that you have to put more effort into the quality you put out.
And that's the thing, like, you know, even like the shows and the performances and things of that nature, you know, like what does the flyer look like? Like that even, could you read can I read the flyer? Like I've worked with a lot of artists and they send me the flyer and I'm like, yo, I'm hip hop and shit, but I cannot, when does the show start? Like, I can't read the flyer, or they send like low quality things. Yeah, there has to be, I think, the level of professionalizing ourselves.
Right.
Like, I'm a dope rapper.
Right.
Now what do I have to do to become a professional songwriter, a professional artist?
Yep.
That's what we need to work on, I think, here in our city.
And then too,
Personally, you know, my little opinion.
And then too, it's about your tribe. You can't, I mean, it's not a good idea to try to compete against people that have teams. That don't always mean that they have teams around them that cost a whole lot of money. There's people that's been investing in your skill and telling everybody about you that have a little bit. And if you would organize yourself and say, hey, I have this pool of people around me, then you can use the circle of influence that you have. And so I would just say that God-given, like everything happens for a reason. And if God gave you this talent, man, it's not a hard thing for you to say, you know what, let me respect my gift, to say, you know what, I can ask for help.
Yeah.
I can ask for help. There's graphic artists that if they heard your music right now, they'd be like, oh my God, I got to get behind this.
There we go.
The reason why I know is because it's happened to me. And I'm not even a rapper. But I've been in this space for a short amount of time. And I've had plenty of people that wanted to be a part of what we have going on. And that's not because, let's just say per se, we're the best at what we're doing. We're still growing. Ain't nobody perfect. It's just the fact that we put a lot of effort and emphasis on showcasing real talent.
Right.
And if you showcase yours, I think you would probably have a lot more avenues of putting yourself out there than you do right now.
Definitely. And then that consistency got to be there too.
Yeah,
you know, like just keep showing up. Like just keep showing up. And I'm a testament to that. Like I could have stopped doing Rap Seminar mad long ago because my views were low or whatever, or somebody commented some negative shit, whatever, you know what I mean? But I just kept showing up, different new idea. All right, how do I do something? How do I level this little thing up? All right, this was popular. All right, how do I do that? All right, boom, let me hone in on this.
Yeah, it sounds like too consistency, and also not getting too caught up on yourself. Like you have to continue to grow.
Definitely.
You have, and that's the thing. That's what I've noticed being around a lot of people like Rob, like other people that I know in any space that I've been in life. The greats always are very, very critical of themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm saying there's a balance, because I'm not saying be overly critical of yourself when mental health is a thing, right? But you should always feel like I can grow. Right. I can learn. Definitely. Always.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you got it all, you can start to limit the opportunities that you have for yourself.
I got you. Yep. And I'm a perfectionist, man. For me like
too.
I was looking at the screen. I'm like, yo, my socks, man. These socks, man, my white socks. Let me get some different socks, you know? Like, I'm looking at, like, I notice everything. So I think that perfectionism kind of draws, like, the aesthetic and style of what I do and what I present to the world. Like, I'm doing it. And through my perfectionism, like, I know where I am. I try to be realistic. Like, I'm a perfectionist, but I have a limited budget. I'm on the ground still with it. This is what I could do to the best of my ability right now.
And be consistent with it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then maybe I'll be able to level up. I know there's room for growth. Look at this one thing. Damn, I should have got a haircut before I did that interview. Next time I'll get a haircut first and get my edge up, you know, so I don't look like a whatever, right? And like little things like that, like little attention to details, you know. And I'm even thinking
it's
now,
all
like this
about
interview,
details, man.
I'm already noticing, like, okay, boom, like how do I level up next time? What about my drops? I'm about to record drops.
Absolutely.
How my drops gonna look?
That's what y'all gonna see.
You know, like I'm just warming up. You know what I mean? So I'm already thinking about, I'm always looking at myself, but knowing that with my level of perfectionism, I might fuck around and like not let anything come out. I'll be working on it so long. And that's another issue with artists is that we want it to be completely perfect before we let anybody hear it or see it. So I've had to negotiate with myself like, okay, it could have been better, but is it good enough? So now I'm like, it's good enough.
And so that's the thing.
Let me move and make the next one iller. You know?
What is good enough?
Right.
Can you define that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know I could have went this extra mile to do X, Y, Z. I could have had such and such on it or whatever. But what's your good enough? Like, is your quality, is your audio, whatever that is.
Right.
If you can come to a standard that is something that you can sustain.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And the sooner you get to that level, now, bro, when you get to that point and you clearly define what your brand is about, what you stand for, how these qualities can be consistent across the board, then that's when you can start really putting out your stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like, and put it out. Like, it's not ever gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely. And you know, people start reaching out to you for stuff you didn't expect they was gonna reach out to you for. I was doing the lyrical analysis, and that's what I was trying to market. But then people were like, "Yo, how do you do the graphics to do that?"
facts. Yep.
And it's like, "Oh, okay. So you want to know about graphics? You don't want to know about what I'm saying. You want to know about how I created it, how I did it."
Yeah.
So that's a whole nother lane for artists. Let's say you're really good at recording yourself. That's a whole thing you could teach other people how to do.
Yep.
And get a whole nother lane you could get paid off of too. You know, certain things like that you didn't realize.
Yep.
That you just learned out of necessity. But now you know how to do it.
Yeah. It's hard, man. There's another thing. I mean, me and Rob, we used to, at this point, as content creators. But it took me so many years to be comfortable with being on camera.
Yeah.
It took me so many years. And so if you find yourself to be comfortable on stage, comfortable in front of people, comfortable in front of the camera, and it doesn't trip you up at all, then that's something that you might want to look at too.
Yep.
Like there's other avenues to make a living for yourself outside of music that can help fund your music.
Yep.
Like podcasts. You know, we all see podcasts popping up right now. Listen, right now, you may think it's a lot of podcasts going on. You may think it's a lot. You see old $1 million worth of game, and shout out to them, and the Drink Champs, and you know, Shay Shay or whoever you watch, right? But we're still in the beginning stages of this. This right now is a ground level. I know there's been different niches that you watched over the years that said, "Dang, you know what? Now I'm seeing it where it is right now." But if I would have got started back when I first thought about it, then I would be so much farther along.
Yeah.
Let this be your message. This is a message from me. Right now, go ahead and do it, man. If you're thinking about doing a podcast, you have the availability, you have a guy that you know that does a camera and say, let's do it. Or, you know, whatever resources you got and it's time for you to do it, go ahead and do it, man.
Yep.
It's time.
And it's crazy that it could be that simple as just start doing it. Just do the thing, you know, whatever it is, whatever it might be. It could be your health and wellness. It could be writing that album or getting better at filming or freaking Rubik's Cubes, like whatever. Because I look back, I could have quit Rap Seminar. I was at like 5K, it felt like, for like 3 years. 5K followers. Not that followers even mattered, like, really.
Yeah, they down right now.
But
anyway.
like, and I could have been like, damn, I'm working all these hours trying to do this thing. I'm not getting paid off this. No one's seeing my posts. I could just quit, but I didn't, and I just kept going, and now I co-own a rap school with one of the greatest rappers on earth. And had I not had the vehicle of Rap Seminar to drive me there, I would have never had that opportunity. So I didn't know when I started Rap Seminar I would be doing this, but now it's brought me here, you know? And look, I'm at OffTopTV.
Man,
I didn't quit.
You didn't quit? And you own so much real estate in this industry that you love so much, man.
There we go.
And it's all about doing what you love.
Yep.
At the end of the day.
Yep.
You know, each of us have, at this point in our lives, taken the opportunity to invest in the things that we love to do.
Yes, sir.
That's why we're here.
And I told you, too, I was like, man, I the things I do at Rap Seminar, like, I love to do them. You know, and that's the hard part for me is, like, making it a business and not a hobby that I just love doing. It's a business. This is a business.
Yeah, sometimes, man, it's so hard to do. I think the hardest thing, I don't know how you feel about this. The hardest thing is to make a legitimate business out of the thing you love to do the most, because you would do it for free.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
And for your homies,
uh-huh.
they'd be like, "Yo, Rob, yo, my new artist is coming out. Let me get that analysis or whatever." And I'm like, "Well, the shit costs $400, you know, but you my fam, so you know, well, you got like what you got." How much you do? Can you work
What's your
with?
budget, goddamn?
Or whatever. Yeah. So,
but it can't be free. You got to respect what
something
I got going on. Man, that let me know. I got to tap in.
yeah,
You gotta tap
it's not
in.
$400 though. I just said that.
But no, we got some kind of we got to tap in. Though.
It should be it could be 400 depending on what you need.
It could be. I mean, you know,
I got packages with more than one service, so you know.
But you know, if you really do the value proposition of what you bring to the table in the brand, yeah, man, like it's much higher than that.
Here's the crazy. You told me something the other day about that, like about how I didn't realize something that I have like. You don't realize what you have going on. Or you said something like that. I am a connector of people.
Yes.
And I'm good at that. Like, because I've worked hard and I'm cool with everybody. Like, I don't have no problems with nobody. And I love to connect people. And so I was approached by an artist, Crip Jesus. Shout out to Crip Jesus. All right?
Shout out.
He dropped an album called Blue Tang. And he's affiliated with Killer Priest, right? From the Wu. And I love the Wu. And I reached out. I reached out. I think we found each other. It was one of kind of like this kind of situation. And I was like, yo, this Blue Tang shit is dope. Next thing you know, he's like, yo, I told him all my services. Let me help you out. Yo, I could do this, this, this. He's like, okay, word. Let's do this, this, that. Boom. I get the press release for him. I get him some press, right? Coverage from different platforms. And he's like, yo, Rob, that's dope, right? And it was one of my favorite platforms is the underground hip hop blog. And so they're out of Cali, LA, I believe. Next thing you know, they post the press release, right? So they cut, and he gets mad views. And I'm like, yo, shit, did you see this shit? They covered you. He's like, yo, man, I've been trying to get on this platform for years, he says. And then next thing I know, last week, he came out and he kicked a freestyle. He came out as one of the invited artists on the platform.
Whoa.
Right? They actually filmed him. And he commented, he texted me like, yo, this is from you. You did this, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's wild because, like, I haven't even gotten my self-coverage on them, with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was able to get him coverage there. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of times we don't realize that this is what we're doing, you know? And I don't know where I got this, why I went on this path with this. What did you ask me? You asked...
I mean, that's
something like that.
That's
right?
along the lines of it, though. Like, for real. Like...
So, like, these things are amazing to be able to do that, right? And to have put in enough work where if I send a platform something, they're going to at least check the email. They're going to at least check it.
It's about relationship, and that's what me and you doing right now. So, I mean, that's what it turned into, right?
Yep.
But it's all about relationship building, and that ties back into what we were just saying. Like, you have to stay hungry and humble enough to understand that, like, you're never to the point where you know everything, you know it all, you have all the context you need. Mm-hmm. You never do. You never always do, because there's plenty of opportunities out here for everybody, man. So,
definitely.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm starstruck. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to hear that, ain't it? And it's crazy to hear because I've heard that about different things I've had going on.
Yeah.
But I'm starstruck in reference to what you bring to the industry, and just the things you've been a part of, and
thanks,
like
man.
You know, the conversations we've had, and man, just the fact that you just by chance happen to be in this area. Yeah, and I was like, I don't know how this platform is gonna go, and then, you know, I had a lot of doubts, and then like just me meeting you, kind of like actually. Yeah, man. Let me know what's possible if you just believe in the thing that you're trying to create.
This is about to be out of here. OffTop TV, Legacy Studios, about to be out of here, man. Because, like, the thing, like, that we were talking about, the thing is the quality of it. It's like, y'all can't see what I'm seeing. My guy got the whole studio set up. Like, all the lights, like, the mics, like, everything, you know? And, like... but the passion for it too. So
It's all
I
about
think
the
that's
energy.
important also.
Yeah, the energy, man. The energy's got to be right. You know what I'm saying? And that's,
This
I
is
think
going to be one of those stops that anybody passing through this city who's an artist got to stop here.
absolutely,
They got to stop here.
And we pride ourselves on just trying to make sure that your experience is really
Yeah.
something that's like hospitable.
Like I could see Rick Ross up in here doing an interview. I could see Currency right here doing an interview. I could picture Mickey Fax and Chilla doing an interview right here. You know what I'm saying? Look at this.
Shout out to
Look
them,
at
man.
this.
I would love to have them.
Look
to
at
be
this.
honest.
Look at this. You know, like, come on.
So right now, man, you're bringing your pick of artists from Rap
Yes, sir.
Seminar to Off Top. What made you choose them, and what do you hope people see in their performances, man?
This is the Rap Seminar OffTopTV Takeover.
Coming up this week.
This is the takeover. So I love the idea. It was brought to me and I said, yo, who should be represented here? Now, there's so many talented artists in this city. I had to pick from like 300 artists. So if you're one of those 300 and you ain't one of those people coming up here, it ain't because you don't deserve it. It ain't because I don't believe in you. It ain't because you not nice. It ain't because of none of that. It's just because of access, relationships, skill sets and levels, and things of that nature, right? So I don't have every 300 artist phone number. I don't have everybody IG. So this happened before to me, where I picked people, and then the people I didn't pick was like, why didn't you pick me? People who never talked to me in a million years.
Facts.
Who, some of them which I reached out to mad times and never responded.
Man, you gotta stop that.
So I'm sorry if you didn't get picked, but the people who did get picked, they represent certain facets of the community, right? So I wanted the lyricists. You know, I don't want to give titles and stereotypes and none of that, but like I wanted the backpacker represented.
Say that.
You know, I wanted the underground lyrical wizardry, you know what I'm saying, to be present. So I reached out to my guy Ward 2 and Wise Weapon. You know, War Weapon.
Man, shout out to them.
All right, so y'all can get that hip hop, that soul food hip hop. So how did I pick? I wanted the lyrical. We're here on the border of Mexico. So to not have somebody rapping in Spanish would be crazy.
That'd be a crime.
So I had my guy, Tres Sabores, Three Flavors, ill MC. My guy be quoting literature and dropping like Michael Jordan stats in the same verse. You know what I mean? Like, so we got Three Flavors coming up. Crazy MC.
I'm looking forward to him.
You know, he's from right here, from the Frontera, you know.
Man.
Then we got, I thought, man, but it's a lot of this young generation though. They got some heat too.
Absolutely.
They got some heat too. And there's some like alternative like hip hop going on here that's not like, it's not the hibbity hop. It's like that alternative hip hop. It's something.
It's like kind of like vibe music.
Different.
Yeah.
So I had to reach out to Aku the Master. He has a following. And I went to his show first. I was like, let me go to his show. He had the place was packed. And the thing about Aku is he put on all his homies first before him.
Shout out to him for that.
So they all got to shine. Some of them never performed in front of an audience before. And that's the type of dude he is. So I brought him. I was like, yo, I got to get Aku. So boom. So that's Aku the Master. That's Three Flavors. That is War Weapon.
War Weapon.
And then I said, you know what, though? What about the streets, though? Because the streets need to be fed, too. We got to feed the streets. You know?
Facts.
Them cats who be in the trenches. The cats who don't just talk about it, they be about it. So I hollered at Eddie Boy. You know, the underappreciated, often hated, undervalued. I had to bring him through because he's somebody who, you know, he's outspoken and he has a story to tell. You know, he be ruffling feathers sometimes, but you can't deny his pen game. and the way he tells the story of the streets. So I wanted to bring Eddie Boy through to represent and do what he does, you know? And then that's really MC wise all I had access to, you know? Deep down, I wanted
some honorable mentions.
I want a woman to rap, right? And I think if I had better access, I would have invited Crystal Poppin. I do have her manager's number. But I felt like, you know, just to be candid, I would love to have reached out to her, and I feel like she should be up here at some point. If she hasn't already.
It's gonna happen. I actually shot a video with her.
So okay then. So she definitely should be up here. I would like to have A Billy Free up here, and we already talked about the possibility of getting her up here. Phenomenal artist. So A Billy, but she's out the country, I believe, at the time of filming this. So to all the women who are artists, I thought about you and I wanted to reach out. One of y'all is a little bit outside of my grasp at this time, and the other one is not in the country. So respect to the ladies who are in the artistry as well.
We'll do another one of these.
Yeah, for sure.
After this season.
Yeah.
So we got a lot more collaboration to do in the future. So, man.
Yeah.
Such opportunity. What else you got going for your collaboration?
We also have the world famous, the incomparable, untouchable, the indubitable Jazzanaut.
Hey.
Jazzanaut is going to be in the build. Jazzanaut is about to be in the building with his mix of what these, you know, with the music of these artists, right? If I'm not mistaken. So Jazz is one of the most illest on the ones and twos, a true turntablist, beat everybody in the city at a turntable competition at least once.
Yep.
Honestly, man, I think he is up there with the greatest DJs of all time, period.
Absolutely.
Like,
No
and
doubt.
producer.
Without a doubt.
And producer.
Didn't even know he produced until recently. So appreciate that.
Crazy.
I've been on the board here in El Paso, and this is something that people don't know. If you don't know, we're on our actually 9th annual DJ battle that happens every year, turn of the year, around February every year. It's called the Ultimate DJ Battle, and we're on our 9th. The last one, number 8, actually One Man Jazz took that by storm. Wasn't even close. Just stomped on everybody's necks.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why he had competition, shout out to my boy T.O., is that T.O. was, to be honest, that's my dream thing. My dream team, I would love to see them two go head to head. And we probably going to get that soon.
Okay.
But yeah, man, One Man Jazz,
I want to be a part of that, by the way.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have to make that happen. You know, we're going to have to make that happen.
Yo, Jazz is phenomenal, man. Like, I never seen somebody do what he does, the way he does it. And the thing about him, too, is that he's so kind and, like, he's not, like, a star. Like, he's a star. He is a star.
But he's very humble.
But he's humble. He's the homie. Like, you could kick it with him. You could talk to him. Like, he'll respond to your text message.
Yeah.
You know, he's not above, like, helping you with, like, he's helped me with stuff. You know what I mean? Like, when I did the 50th anniversary of hip hop show here in El Paso, and I brought Terminology and Boca Floja, and we had the panel, he was there, man. He was one of the DJs that held it down, you know? And he helped me promote it and everything, man. I got love for Jazz. So anytime someone's like, yo, do you know a DJ? I'm like, Jazz. I'm like, it's either Jazz.
It's crazy to even recommend this dude. I'm telling you, y'all gonna see. Because that's why I picked up, what I wanted to do is I felt like there was a distance going on between hip hop music, even R&B, even any kind of music in the DJ. Y'all just don't know how instrumental DJing and the construct of it ties in with the music we got going on today. So to have artists to come on and then have their music showcased, and using the same supreme skill set that we talking about with somebody like One Man, like making a show out of your music and to hear it being spun. I just wanted to provide that opportunity for somebody for this platform. And that's something we do every season finale. So that's something y'all can look forward to. And we never gonna disappoint, especially bringing on artists, great artists like DJ.
And I appreciate you for inviting me up here to be able to even, like, you extend the olive branch to me to come up to the spot, and then it's like, but it's like this, and then I pull my homies in, you know. So that's really dope. And I also want to shout out another phenomenal producer from the city and DJ, my guy System A. So we got to bring System A up here,
Man, I love it
as well, because he is one of the illest producers, man. And I've known him for a long time, and whatever he creates is top quality.
Man, we got to have him up here. Shout out, honorable mentions. Shout out my boy Schizo. He's the actual engineer for OffTop. So anything we do and we need, you know, that audio work, shout out to him. He's a fellow Full Sail grad like myself. And so shout out to him as well.
Did you know there was a critically acclaimed hip-hop school for MCs, songwriters, and hip-hop heads such as yourself? It's called Pendulum Inc, and we hold hip-hop writing classes and mental health classes every single week. It's taught by some of the sharpest pens in the game, and we got legendary guests that come through every single month, like Big Daddy Kane, Pharoah Monch, Elzai, Fonte, Method Man, and so on and so forth. And if you already got bars, all you need to do is pull up the Pendulum Sync. Put your bars to the test. Let's get you placed in some movies and television shows. You never know what could happen. If you're trying to work through something emotionally, come to our weekly Pendulum Inc. Rhymecology classes, where we have MCs pen their trauma through mental health to get their minds right. Look, ask around. We more than a hip-hop school. We are a community of like-minded heads that really want to preserve this culture. So if you want to be a part of this, I suggest you sign up at penduluminc.com and jump on a call with me and my faculty. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Long live lyricism.
And man, so we getting into this piece that we do all the time. It's called the off-top segment. More of a this or that. All right, it's one thing or the other. You choose one side or the other, and then you kind of break down why.
Okay.
Sorry. All right. So my first question is, it's polarizing, by the way.
All right.
So
it's one of those, huh?
yeah. So first question:
scared.
Brooklyn or El Paso?
Well, I've lived in a lot of places.
Okay.
You know, I was not born in Brooklyn, but I was there and during my formative years. You know, my family's from Dominican Republic, by the way. So there's that. And I was actually born in Texas, but moved to Brooklyn I lived here till I was like 5, and then moved to Brooklyn, and I was in Brooklyn by 1st grade. But if I had to decide like the East Coast or El Paso, that's a really tough question because, you know, I met my wife here. My students are here. You know, I learned a lot about culture here. I learned a lot about myself here. I have my son, you know. So I relate to this world a little differently than I do on the East Coast. The East Coast is like my roots, my family, you know, my cousins, my culture. You know what I mean? So I'll go to New York.
That's your answer. Oh, that's
I'll go to New York. If I could afford it, I'll go to New York. I'll go to New York. It's not that I dislike it here, but the only thing about here that is hot. New York is hot too, though. It's humid.
Yeah.
But I like a winter. I like snow. Maybe it's because I haven't been there in a while, you know. And then all my Dominican fam is up there, and I miss them. So if I could be closer to my Dominican culture too, get my son exposed to merengue, bachata, you know, Dominican Spanish, I would love for him to be exposed to that. So that's why right now I say I would love to be on the East Coast just to get that culture.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts. But you still can't forget still home.
Yeah, I love it here.
Shout out to El Paso, man. I made it my home. I've been here for 15 years.
There we go.
So
Yeah, I've been here since 2007. So
yeah, you've been longer. All right, so next question: Wu-Tang or the Fugees?
Wu-Tang or the Fugees?
Yes.
Well, that's not even. I don't think that's a great question right there. I don't like that question. I don't like that question at all. I don't like that question. But I would say, honestly, I got into the Fugees before the Wu, which is a little crazy. Just slightly before their first album, The Score, is in my top 5 albums of all time. The Score. Damn. I gotta say the Wu. Because they have way more like Wu memories than Fugees memories, you know? But Fugees was pivotal. It's like soul food. It's like mama's home-cooked meal, you know? That's the Fugees to me. Yeah. It's like, I might cry listening to The Score rant. Like, you know what I mean? But Wu, I learned so much from. I got so much knowledge from. I got so much different understandings of the world from. Yeah. And
It's much more part of
This-
your makeup.
This, yeah. But I can't front. The Fugees brought me to Bob Marley because of No Woman, No Cry. So that's why I don't like that question, because honestly, it's like same.
Yeah.
But I would go Wu. I'm a Wu fanatic.
All right, a written verse or a freestyle?
Off top freestyle.
Why?
Because I think that is the true measure of a lyricist capacity in their natural state
crazy.
to express themselves. Like, I think if you have time to think about something, that's another skill. I have time to write this verse, and I'm going to be methodical and think about all the angles and perspectives. But I think you get more of a person's IQ and lyrical dexterity if it's an off-top freestyle. Their natural aptitude, raw aptitude off of freestyle. So that's what, off-top freestyle. That's a spontaneous, in the moment, improvisation.
Facts. That's very much a skill and a muscle that has to be honed,
Yes.
right? And it's not easy. It's far few people that can freestyle off the top. Shout out to my boy Legacy too. He's one of the best freestylers I know. Drop a beat and drop a topic, and he go in.
I love it.
And he prides himself by that. So I would be doing him a disservice if I didn't say that, right? So yeah, man, that's.
We should do a literal off-top freestyle cipher.
We are. That's why we made this platform, is because we wanted to showcase that.
Yeah.
But we also understand it's not too many that like our pool of talent may be a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
With that.
I know some people who could go off top.
And that's what we want to shoot. And then me coming from a cinematic standpoint or from a producer's standpoint of film, it's hard to catch that in the moment in a way that it has the quality that I'm looking for.
Got you.
So, but we're gonna do it.
That makes
Me
sense.
and you gonna do that.
Yeah, we are.
We gotta do it. All right, so lyricism or flow?
I think they go hand in hand. I'm a literary person, of course. I got my degrees in English and in creative writing. So I love the literary component. But if we're talking about music, I think the flow is more important. Because if the flow is off, people don't care what you're talking about.
Right. And these times.
So I think we need to have, the packaging has to be correct. And then we will listen to your story.
Facts.
But if the packaging is not correct, we cannot get to the story because you don't sound right.
Right.
So like, if you got rhymes and you can flow, you got your cadences, you got your style of delivery down, and it's refined and it's you, boom. Okay? Then I'm more likely to listen. There's people like what is his name? Earl
Sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He raps really weird. You know what I mean? Like, does he flow? It's unique. It's different. And at first you might be like, what is this? But then you know, it's like, whoa, wait, like this is a unique flow. You could be, what I'm saying, you could be unorthodox in your flow and cadence, but he sounds like he knows what he's doing within his own unique style.
Yes.
So are you comfortable in the flow, in that style? And I think that is more important than the story, because we won't even get to the story if we can't get to how you are packaging the words.
That seems like something I always say. The packaging is more important than the products most of the time. And I'm not going to say it is. I disagree with the statement while agreeing with it. It's just that you have to get your packaging as good as your product or better in order for people to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's the tough part. Like,
yeah, that's the tough part.
In the ideal, perfect world, content.
Yeah.
That's what my heart wants to say.
Yeah.
Content is the most important. Content. What are you saying? You got to have a message. But I heard so many whack-ass MCs with a dope message, and I don't listen to the thing. No disrespect. I'm not saying, I didn't say no names, so. But MCs who just don't have the skill of rap. Like, they like to rap, and I like what they're saying. I align with what they're saying, maybe. Like, I like the politics of it, or I like the what they're standing for. But the style of it is corny, or whatever it might be. Like, you know, I grew up in church, And so I know the difference between Christian rap and secular rap and things like that, right? And I grew up when I lived in Tampa. I was in high school. I lived in Tampa, 9th grade. I went to a church called Crossover Community Church. And the pastor there is a rapper. He's a rapper, right? And Urban D, that's his name, Urban D. Shout out to Urban D.
Shout out to him.
And he would have ciphers with street dudes who had just given their life to Christ.
Yeah.
All right? And we would all rap. And it was these dudes so it's their raps, their Christian raps were so dope. It was so authentic, and it still was grimy because they're in the struggle, right? But they're speaking about how they found their way to Christ, through that struggle. You could feel the pain. It was raw, authentic shit. And this was like the cipher, right? But that was different than like some of the recording artists who were Christian rap. And I felt like it was so corny. I couldn't listen to it. I was like, God, this is so whack. Like, I'd rather listen to DMX pray.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, that's what those guys reminded me of.
It's still rooted in storytelling.
Yes.
And also it's the testimony. The testimony is storytelling.
There we go.
Testimony is powerful storytelling.
There we go.
It talks about how they progressed. And,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? Man.
That was captivating to me, So where are we going with this? But yeah, so again, I couldn't get into some Christian rap because it sound corny to me.
The flow
right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the way they told the story.
Yeah.
But
I think that's one of them genres. I'm glad you brought it up because that's one of those genres where you have to do it well.
Yes.
And also tell a good story in order to keep people engaged because they're quick to say, I'm not about to be on this.
Right.
If they're not godly, they're not spiritual at all or religious at all, they're going to tune out.
Yeah.
And so it has to be a vibe that they can bump in their car.
There we go. Something.
Go to your event and sing the lyrics to when you hold the mic up like this. And so man.
Unfortunately, it has to be that way.
Okay, we go jump on to the next question.
Go for it. I could go on for days.
Underground respect or mainstream reach?
Underground respect or mainstream reach? Underground respect. I think that's more official to me.
Yeah.
Underground. I don't believe in selling your soul to nobody or nothing like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of people literally doing that right now. It's crazy. Okay, next one. Studio perfection or live performance energy?
I think they're both important, obviously. I think they're both important, but it depends on what are you trying to get out of it. Are you making money or you want to create an experience? If your live show is where it's at, then that's more important.
All right, next question, Rob. Metaphor or punchline?
Well, the punchline can be a metaphor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's a tough one. Well, I would say punchline because that is more encompassing. Because now the punchline can be a simile, it could be something imagistic, it could be whatever it could be. So punchline is more encompassing. I think if there was a real debate, it would be it would be metaphors versus similes. In which case, I would say metaphors over similes.
Why?
Well, because a metaphor is a stronger comparison than a simile. So a simile is like, right? Like, yo, I'll do this like that, like this. But metaphor is this. So I feel like metaphors are more poetic.
And also, like there's this movement now that like remove like from the verses. Do you agree with that?
People are trying to take like out
of the verse. They said stop saying like so much.
Yeah. Well,
you agree with that?
On it.
Do you agree with that?
I think people should be able to use whatever words they want, but
I'm saying if it's too many
I don't think you should keep saying the same word over and over again. Facts. You could say the word as, which would be, I don't know how you would fit as into a verse. That would sound like a weird comparison. Like, I fall as the. You could, I guess. You could also do that thing where you just jump over the word and just say the thing, like. Here I'm saying like illuminated light bulb.
Oh yeah.
Rather than say illuminated like a light bulb, just say illuminated light bulb.
See, what do you call that?
I don't even know what the name. Maybe we need to name it.
Hey, y'all do.
Where you skip the thing, you skip.
You heard it here first. They about to define that term.
What are we gonna call that one? Well, it's an implied. Well, in the literary world, it would be like an implied metaphor or an implied simile, right?
Okay.
So maybe we could call that implications or something.
Yeah.
An implication, you know?
Yeah, that's another thing too. When you were saying that when you're creating a system, especially when it's talking about education, right? There's direct terminology that goes with it, right? And that's what makes it valuable because now you define the terms, and now that vocabulary can be taught, sold, and just turned into a business.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, so that's something you got to know too. If you're trying to teach anything, create your own language for it if you can.
Ooh, that's a gem.
Yeah,
That's a gem right there.
next one, Tupac or Biggie.
Well,
I
damn.
don't know the answer to this one, but okay.
You think you know? This is a tough one. I don't know. For half my life, it was Biggie because I lived on the East Coast
Yep.
and I really appreciated Biggie's storytelling. His music in general was just amazing to me, and his overall style and his tone of voice and things he was saying, you know? But I think that that's also an unfair comparison because Tupac was way more prolific and Pac had way more music. He was in films. So I don't feel like it's a real fair comparison necessarily speaking, to be honest, even though they were contemporaries and tied in their tragedy, you know? But I'm more likely to play Biggie, but I'm more likely to teach something that Pac wrote.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Why?
Because Pac, in my opinion, was more literary. Pac was more complex. He had more layers than Biggie. If we're looking at it from like a literary perspective in his writing was, I think, a little bit more mystical than Biggie's writing was.
Okay.
And I would also venture to say that Tupac had more soul than Big, lyrically speaking, and songwriting wise, more soul.
Yeah, I agree with you, man.
You know.
I feel like, to be honest, when you boil bare bones or whatever we talking about, swagger versus heart. That's how I compare those two.
Okay.
So for the
I
most
got
part,
you.
we had to boil
Yeah.
it down to two words, right? And Biggie was one of the most swaggiest rappers of all time. Reason
Come on.
being, you could turn the one thing on his head that you know for a fact is it's not a strong suit of yours. You know what I'm saying? Your
Right.
looks, and
Yep.
still kill that
Yep.
joint and still be the player and the,
Oh man.
you know what I'm saying?
Come on, Big Papa.
Man.
Like Big, like his storytelling, unparalleled storytelling.
Right, I love this story. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard. That's a hard one. That would have been a hard question for me to answer.
But
because I got probably just as many moments with both of them.
Yeah, me too.
To be honest with
Me
you.
too. But you know what? I can't front. When Pac died, that was the first time I seen grown men crying over a rapper. They cried when Pac died. I'm sure they cried when Big died too.
Yeah, but you're right. But I think that just depends on what community you was from. All right, next one, Jay-Z or Nas?
Nas.
Okay, easy answer.
Yeah.
Do we need to elaborate on?
I don't have to
I
elaborate.
don't think nobody needs
Nas.
to elaborate on
I
that.
respect Jay, you know, his business savvy. But if we're talking about rapping, Nas. Reasonable Doubt, though?
Yeah, crazy.
That album,
You know
Classic.
what's my favorite? What's a classic for me personally, and not because of anything literal or technical or anything? 444. That album. It's a lot of albums, and that goes on my Mount Rushmore of albums only because of what it affected in my life.
wow.
To be honest with you,
Okay.
the whole album was fire, right? To me,
I got you. Yeah.
It made me wanna. It made me want to be a better businessman, better father, better
I see.
everything. And then on top of it, that's why I got my moniker. I call myself Legacy Lamont because of the last song on that album, Legacy. And that's what made me start my businesses and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Same thing for Nipsey. I listen to Nipsey, I get inspired. I want to do something monumental. I want to start a business. I want to motivate people to do things, right? And that's why even though I favor Nas, right, for a whole variety of reasons, litany of reasons, I would say that Jay-Z actually made more of an impact on my life.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Crazy.
I respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old school bars and new school innovation.
Old school bars or new school innovation?
Yes. Like Do you prefer the history, or do you appreciate the
Shoot. Well,
growth and the innovation?
you know, I love seeing how people add on to the history.
Yes.
You
So
know,
can't
but
take away
but
from
what I
history.
love to see is people who know their history add on.
Ah.
So, and if you don't know the history, you don't really know where you're going, and you don't know if you're innovating or not
Right.
because you
So
haven't
can't-
heard it.
so
You don't know.
You gotta go with the latter.
I gotta say, you need the foundation first,
Foundation first. Yeah. Yeah.
and that will help the innovation be more iller and innovative.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like DOS effects, diggity DOS effects, like diggity diggity.
Okay,
you know, with
okay,
the
so
diggities, like
Just to straight off the
that's like innovation.
right. It is.
That's a type of innovation that happened, right?
Exactly,
Like
yeah.
that was pretty dope. Like when but now like I don't think people are doing that now, right? So some innovative things are a fad that goes out of style that will not come back, and some things really innovate and they create change, and they're more long lasting. You know, like what Rakim did with his form of lyricism.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, if I had to answer the question, I would say that back in the day was innovation at its finest.
Oh yeah,
And now we're still struggling to find innovation. Because
Yeah.
I feel like the industry is imploding.
I see what you mean. Yeah, that's true because a lot of people sound exactly the same too.
Yeah. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I don't think it's a problem to draw inspiration from somebody else's sound and music. That's what you vibe with. Sometimes like that's you know, sometimes who you are and what you vibe with is a combination of the things that you see and appreciate the most.
Yeah.
So like you could say apply that to any industry. Me as a barber, you know, I like this type of fade because I do this type of fade well because I liked the type of fades that I'd seen
Right.
myself. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Slam poetry or rap battle.
I would say they are very similar, but I like the environment of a rap battle.
Okay, got it.
I like the battle rap environment because I feel like I could wild out a little more but in the slam poetry joint, like it's fire too, but I like it to be a little more rowdy, you know. Personally.
Yeah. It's more about being around your people.
Yeah. But I love a slam poetry show. Don't
yeah.
get me wrong.
East Coast boom bap type of sound or Southern bounce type of sound. I think I know that.
Boom
answer.
bap like East Coast.
I know that
Yeah,
answer.
it's just because of what I'm used to and what I grew up listening to. It's just my first taste that I would go to. But I love Southern music. I love UGK. I like 3-6 Mafia. I grew up, man. I listened to so much 3-6 Mafia.
Teaching the craft or living the craft.
I think that I teach the craft more than anything now, but I prefer to live it.
Building a community or building a legacy. Oh, that's
Well, I think your legacy is tied to your community.
facts.
Because I don't think it's a legacy. Well, what kind of legacy are we talking about? A financial legacy? But I don't think it's a legacy unless people remember
Facts.
what it is. So if
What did they
there's
say about you?
yeah, so those go hand in hand. Like there's no legacy without having impacted people in your community.
Right, it's like a double edged.
You know,
It's the same
so-
question for the
Yeah.
It's the same comparison.
Yeah.
Some people may say physical things. What assets did you leave behind? You know, the wealth of of your bloodline or whatever. But to me, I agree with you. Like I feel like it's based on what you leave behind. What impact did you make on people's lives?
Look
and
at-
what do they say about you?
Yeah, I think way more. And here's an example. Tupac's ring. Who has it?
Drake. Well, he did at some point. Yeah.
So for Tupac to have valued that ring as part of his legacy, if it was about financial wealth, if that's what legacy is, I don't think financial wealth is as permanent as moving people, as connecting with people in community. You know what I'm saying? So like, because Drake could end up with your ring. So-and-so can end up with your house,
With your business.
with your portrait, with your business, with your
Yeah.
with your whatever it might be, you know? Hopefully it's your family, your children, right? So, but it might not be.
But you're an educator.
Yeah.
So a part of what you want people to say about you is, hey, Rob created this lane for me. He put me in this position.
Yeah.
He taught me this. He
Right,
this, that,
right,
and the
right.
third.
Yeah,
So I mean, yeah, of course the family side of things is important, but also you may in the general sense say, hey, what kind of impact Rob made on
yeah,
life?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would like the living legacy shit though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I like to enjoy the ring while I'm alive.
Facts.
You know, like I would like to have the portrait that feels home to me. You
Yeah.
know, I would like to have the nice things, like the nice bottles and the nice silverware or whatever. Like those are nice things to have while you're alive. I'm not trying to do what I love and like be broke my whole life. I don't want to be a tortured artist my whole life.
Facts.
That's kind of shitty, you know? So,
Yeah.
you know, and it's been wild, man. I've done a lot of epic things, but what's crazy is like when you do something on a high tier, upper level, but the financial benefits aren't there yet, you know?
Man, there's a lot of that going on.
You might be changing people's lives forever.
Yep.
Saving people's lives in some cases,
Yep.
but you're not able to live from that thing yet, you know, and it's not giving you that financial capacity to be enjoying just yet, you know, so that's tough.
That is tough.
That's
to do.
tough.
And to keep doing it.
And to keep going because you know it's gonna pay off. It's worth it. It's good for people. We need it out here, you know. But right now, it's like it's just tough. That part is hard to make happen, man.
It is, but some people are just here for that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And we have to embrace that as well. You know, if you get it may be one person that you finally say, okay, I got them flowers that I was looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think if you're gonna live so unselfishly like that, like you have to be modest in what your expectations are.
Yes, for sure, definitely. Yep. I told my wife, I said, if I had a rapper chain, I would wear it today. That's what I said. I said, if I had a rapper chain, today would be the day. And she, I think she said something like, "You're the jewelry."
Right.
You know,
are.
you're the jewelry.
By
So,
far. I did not expect. If you'd have came with a chain on today, I probably would have been like, Rod, what's going on? But, you know, bro, I ain't going to lie. I've been wanting a new vehicle lately. You know what I'm saying? I can get one, but it has been a priority. But then all of a sudden, I want a new chain, like something crazy. You know what I'm
there's something
saying?
about it. You know, there's something about it. But, you know, everything got to be in line first before that. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like I'm the type, if I got a team behind me and I get a chain, then they should have one too. So, State Park Solitude or Studio Session Chaos.
Wait,
So
say that
like
one more time?
solitude or chaos in relation to music.
In music?
In music.
And you mean
like
recording
your-
environment?
Yeah, recording environment or chaos. Like, do you prefer
Solitude.
Solitude. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because if it's a lot of people around, like watching, I feel like I have to perform, like I'm performing.
Right.
But if I have to record something and it's like a recording and I need to record it, like the performance is how does my voice sound? You know, not like how do these motherfuckers out here see me, hear me, you know? So, and I also feel less self-conscious. Like if I'm just recording, I film a lot of my content by myself.
Absolutely.
And then I could take as much time as I want. I don't have to worry about someone has to be somewhere. I could just re-record this. I'll take a mental note. What could I do better? And I could just be as critical as I need to be. So I like to create my own shit by myself.
Facts.
Yeah, but I don't mind having everybody the chaos. I love the chaos too. And that creates magical moments. You know, sometimes you almost got to be under pressure and with everyone watching you to operate at your highest level, you know. And when I skate, I like to skate, inline skate and aggressive, do tricks and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Hit rails and ledges and curbs and
Gotcha.
things like that. And so I skate by myself and I practice. It's like I'm in the dojo, getting my form right.
Yeah.
But then I'm doing that okay, so when I skate with people, you know, if someone's going to film me, you know, there's a certain level of like, this shit got to look dope. So it feels like a little more pressure on the trick, like everyone's watching.
Yeah.
Right? So that can either make you or break you, depending on the artist. You know, some people could rise to the occasion of being seen, and that's when they shine. And some people just go blank and just, they can't take the eyes on them, you know. And I've bombed before. I've bombed. I remember my first poetry reading that I did. You know, I forgot the lines. I bombed, man. It was horrible. But those are the learning experiences, and then you learn how to fix it, how to act like you didn't fuck up or mess up. Pardon me. I didn't even ask. Could we cuss up here? Nah.
Yeah, we cuss here.
You know, you don't realize like when those mistakes that you made in public can help you learn for your next performance.
Yeah,
your next...
I always say failure first. It's always failure first. Like, you have to jump out there and understand that you're gonna have to learn from it, and it may feel like failure. Most of the time, it just feels like failure, and what failure really is when you decide not to continue.
Yeah.
And so I think when it comes to that, like, that's ideal. Like, you have to look for the opportunity to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Because that's when you really lock in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, coming to the closing.
Let's do it.
I want to say this, man. Like, we got this dope collaboration going on this week. You probably already seen the promo leading up to this point, and you've already seen what we had coming on the rollout to this, right? We are bringing together a dope group of individuals, and I'm so glad to have been doing this collaboration with Rap Seminar, even just in association with Pendulum Inc. It's just a lot of love that's going on around this industry and this week specifically, man. In close, I want to say, Rob Nice, man, I appreciate you pulling up, sharing your story, and bringing the energy to the city that you have, man.
No doubt, no doubt.
And then, you know, I really respect what you have built through Rap Seminar, Pendulum Inc. It's so powerful.
Thank you.
We're honored to be a part of the next chapter with you. You know what I'm saying? And to everyone watching, listen, I want to make sure that all the artists that Rob brought with him this week, I want to make sure that you guys watch them. All right? They're very much a talented group of people. If Rob gonna bring them, then y'all need to tap in, okay? Because what you're about to see is lyricism at its purest form. And this is OffTopTV, where culture meets craftsmanship, and we appreciate you guys for watching. Rob, before I get off of here, what else do you have going on with any of your platforms that you might want to have people tap into?
Yeah, well, there's a lot going on. You know, at Pendulum Inc., we have all types of celebrity MCs teach classes. I definitely recommend you go to penduluminc.com to learn more about how to get involved with that hip hop community there. And if you're a lyricist, whether you're already dope or you're just learning, this is a great way to level up your skill set and to build a community around what you're doing. Take what you're doing to the next level. A lot of people have had a lot of great opportunities through Pendulum Inc. And I would also say that there's no shame in, like, for example, picking up a book. You know what I mean? We have books that you could get to help you with your craft. So one of them is Inc, a lexicon of elite rap techniques, which I mentioned earlier. We have all types of techniques in there. That book is written by myself, Chilla Jones, Mickey Fax, and Rhymecology. It's a great book for you to pick up and get some different perspectives on skills that you can employ through your raps. And then you got books like this. This is the MC Toolkit, and it's basically creative inspiration for people who write songs. This is a book that I wrote for artists, and it has all types of prompts in it, lyrical prompts, things where, like, you could get jump starts on ideas for songs. It has situational prompts, what I call situational prompts, like a friend does something you would never expect. Write about what they did. So that could be a verse right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
I have exercises that you could use. Like, for example, rhyme 30 bars with the same end rhyme sound, you know, or whatever. Different things to strengthen your lyrical sword. And then it also has motivation. So I gathered quotes from the most brilliant minds to kind of motivate you for when you don't feel that motivation and stuff like that. So this is a great book. You could get it at www.rapseminar.com and level up your writing and create that fire that you got. You know what I'm saying? So
Man, tap in, y'all. Sometimes y'all don't see the tools like this. If you get one nugget, that one nugget could turn into a song, turn into an opportunity for you. So tapping in and like purchasing something like this is really got your interest in mind. Why not? Why not invest? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man. And then of course, just follow me at Rap Seminar on Instagram and on YouTube as well. Rap Seminar, same thing. I got all the reaction videos there, reviews. If you want to find underground MCs who is real dope at what they do, go to the YouTube channel, go to the Instagram, and just reach out to me. You know, if you're an artist, you need some promo, hit me up. There's all types of creative ways I can promote your audience. I mean, promote you to my audience. And, you know, your audience will start to see like, yo, you at Rap Seminar? Oh shit. Like what? You know?
Absolutely.
So it's good stuff, man, for sure.
In reference to your reviews, I know that's a big thing that people want. If for somebody to tap in and actually give real listen to their music,
Yes, sir.
How do they get on board with that?
You can get a review through the website. You could cop a review. There's two types of reviews that I'm doing. One is a quick review, which is a text-based review, and I drop the album cover, and then I type out just some ideas and like what I felt about the music, and post it. And the music is playing from the Instagram music library. And that actually gets a lot of views and stuff these days. It's a real quick view, something real easy for people to see, and for them to get a flavor of what you're creating. Or it could be a review that I record in a studio live where I'm speaking about it, and I present it like 5 reasons why you should listen to Lamont's new album. You know, whatever it might be.
Right.
And then people are like, oh shit, what's the 5 reasons? And then I break it down.
Man, it's all about audiences, niche audiences.
Yep.
Sometimes you have the biggest, hugest followers and hundreds of thousands, millions, and everybody don't really tap into what you got going on. They don't really follow your brand. And I can't say that about, you know, Rap Seminar. I've seen it myself.
Thanks, man.
So tap into an established brand that really has a followership, that really taps into what is being, you know, shown on the platform is a big deal.
I never paid for a follower. You know, it's 30,000 people there right now, but real people.
Yep.
And when you think about that, that's a whole stadium. That's a whole stadium. That's an arena full of people. You know, right here, the in El Paso. What's the stadium? Right?
Sun Bowl.
That's the Sun Bowl packed.
Right.
So you want to perform in the Sun Bowl? I can help you do something like that through Rap Seminar. Like, I got the Sun Bowl, and thinking of it that way, like, puts the numbers in perspective for me. Like, wow, that's a lot of people. It's not 1 million, but that's 30,000. You know,
and growing,
and growing every day, right? So by the time this is out, it'll probably be more. But the thing is, like, some of those people have been following Rap Seminar since it was 1,000 followers. Since it was 500 followers. Some of those people have been here since then. Right. And I know their first name.
Right.
And if they have discount codes to my store forever, because I would do shit like that. I would be like, yo, I got 500 followers. Whoever the next 100 followers, you get a discount. And they get a forever discount code at the store. No matter how big I blow up. They will always be fam. Like, I did shit like that, you know? I still do, you know? Because it matters. Like, those people who believe in you and who show support before everybody else does,
they so valuable.
You gotta remember who those people are, man.
And know their name. Like,
yeah.
Get over yourself.
You know?
Like, if you have a stewardship, you have people that really follow you, rock with you, supporters, family members, people that show up to your shows, people that tap into buying your products and tap into your website and all that. Yeah. Then I think it's very important for you to remember their names if you can.
Yeah, man.
Or the closest thing to it, and to offer reciprocity for them rocking with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's what all this is about. Because you may end up with a stadium of people that rock with your music, and they're the ones that's going to allow you to keep doing what you do.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Hey, but before we get out of here, right? I'm a big steward of hip hop.
Yeah.
So I wanted to present you.
Oh, shoot. What?
A dope piece of art.
Nah. Man, this is crazy.
Show the camera, man.
Look at this.
Hopefully
This is
appreciate
wild, man. Thank you for this, man.
Yep.
This is the hip hop Last Supper right here.
You got Kanye,
what?
On there, Biggie, Snoop, Ice Cube, Easy E.
Yo, I love this, man. Thank you.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I'm gonna hang this up.
Yes, sir.
And you know why I love it even more, man? Because my son's gonna see it, and I'm gonna get to tell him who all these artists are. You know, I'll be like, "That's ODB right there."
Right.
You know, I saw ODB live.
Wow.
When he was still here. Look at this. Easy E. Yeah, man. Thank you for this.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Appreciate you having you on the show, man.
No doubt.
Hey, listen. make sure again that y'all tap into all the performances me and Rap Seminar are doing, Off Top are doing, and man, stay tuned all the way through. All right, we got more coming, and man, we're gonna close out by saying, y'all tap in for sure.
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you. This has been great.